Hey guys, what's up? My name is Hayden from the Magical Killer Cow YouTube channel, and today I am back with another video for you guys. This one I am playing as the Pyro on Koth Nucleus as the default Pyro, which consists of all of the default weapons that you get as soon as you have this game, and that consists of the flamethrower, the shotgun, and the fire axe. And I just kind of want to talk about why I don't really use the default Pyro loadout and how I just can't play with it to a sufficient standard. So basically my normal loadout and the regular loadout that I use when playing Pyro is the degreaser, the shotgun, and the extinguisher, and I'm just going to go over why I use them. Now the degreaser has a 65% faster weapon switch, which, if you compare this to switching from your normal flamethrower to your shotgun, then using the degreaser and switching to your shotgun, it's ridiculously fast, and it's so easy to set the enemy on fire, air blast them away, switch to your shotgun and finish them off. And it is extremely useful to just quickly do a bit more damage rather than just WM1ing the enemy. Now, the degreaser also does minus 25% afterburn damage penalty, so after you set them on fire, it will be doing less damage, and that's not always a good thing, but I mean, for the faster weapon switch, I definitely say it's worth it. And it also has minus 10% damage penalty in general when setting them on fire, so overall it won't be doing as much damage, but it still is quite easy to switch to your shotgun quickly to pick off more damage. Now I use the shotgun. This is actually the same as the default Pyro, but I do like using this instead of the reserve shooter or the flare gun because it's great at finishing off the enemy when they're weak and usually on fire. When you're on fire, you sort of get disorientated and there's a lot of movement and you're trying to panic and you're trying to get something done and it just never really works. So the shotgun is great for using that to your advantage and just quickly finishing them off without any real hassle. If you can aim with the shotgun, it's 3 times as good. You can just quickly land like a few bullets on them, hit about 100 damage, and you're good to go. The extinguisher is also a great choice personally that I like to use because it has a 100% crit chance if the enemy is on fire. That's pretty freaking cool. If you set the enemy on fire, then run at them with this axe in your hand. It's pretty much the fire axe, but it does more damage if the enemy is on fire. And if you're playing Pyro, the main aim is to set the enemy on fire. You whack them with it once, it does 195 damage, and they're pretty much almost dead, if not dead already. And it's great. It's a quick way of finishing off the enemy, and this loadout is pretty much a popular choice throughout the entire of the Pyro TF2 community, and a lot of people do like using this loadout because it is just effective at, well, the Pyro is a close range class, and at close range you can quickly do it. Of course the Pyro has weapons like the flare gun to be able to do long range damage, but the shotgun, the extinguisher and the degreaser all bundled together, you can get people in corners, you can whack them with the extinguisher, you can finish them off with a shotgun. It's just an overall great loadout. Now, why don't I use the default Pyro loadout, which seems to be the best option? You know, you get this more damage, you get a decent shotgun, and you get a fire axe that does damage onto the enemy as well, that you can just quickly pull out and whack them, and I believe I get 2 kills with the fire axe in this game, and I think both of them were actually crits, and the extinguisher doesn't have random crits, which can be a bit of a downside, but that's by the by. So the default Pyro is something that you really have to play with right at the start and then never use any other items throughout your TF2 career of Pyro, and the main reason for this is the weapon switch times. I've played over 1,000 hours of TF2 and I believe about 200 or 300 of those are actually as the Pyro, and the majority of that was using the degreaser, so I was used to switching weapons really quickly, just quickly switching to my shotgun or my extinguisher really quickly and finishing off the enemy. And you can see throughout this gameplay that I'm not used to this slower weapon switch, and I just can't get to grasps with, I pull out my shotgun about 3 times slower than I usually would, so I don't really have time to react. So you sort of have to choose if you want to keep setting them alight or you want to waste some time and pull out your shotgun and then try to do some damage with that. And it is really a situational event, and if you can quickly pull out your shotgun without dying, that's great and you'll be able to do awesome amounts of damage. But if you just can't do that and you want to quickly be able to switch to your shotgun to quickly deal the damage, then the degreaser is definitely the way to go. Now, I did make a shotgun versus a flare gun video quite a while ago, or a couple of videos ago, and people did complain that I spent about 11 minutes and not really give my full opinion on it. So this video is completely oriented around my opinion, and my opinion is that the degreaser is a much overall better weapon. Even though it has lower damage that it can deal, it still is extremely useful just to quickly shoot them up into the air, pull out your shotgun, get that faster weapon switch, and you just instantly deal damage to them, and that's nice. Just the idea that, you know, maybe you're not going to be able to do a lot of damage with the flamethrower alone. If you can aim with the shotgun and you can manage to use the shotgun effectively, just pull out that and whack them, and even if that fails, you can fall back on your extinguisher. They're on fire, you get a 100% crit chance if the enemy is on fire. It's just an overall rounded, nice loadout to use if you do want to be playing Pyro. Personally, it's my favourite loadout. Maybe it's not your guys' loadout. Maybe you guys like using the reserve shooter or the flare gun. I'd love to hear your opinions on why you kind of use those weapons. I know a lot of people like to use the detonator, and I've never really understood why the Pyro jump isn't exactly the highest jump you'll ever be able to accomplish in the game, and I'm pretty sure you can probably jump higher without the detonator. But that's just my opinion. Be sure to leave your comments down below. Just tell me what you guys use as the Pyro, you know, what kind of weapons and why. Because I do like learning about the new weapons that maybe I could start using and try have reasons to use, because a lot of the weapons for Pyro are very situational, and personally I'm not a big fan of situational weapons. But anyway, mine has been Hayden. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to see more of them, be sure to click the subscribe button below to be notified when I post them. Comment, like, favourite, all that good stuff, and I will see you all in the next one.